single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to justcomparecars.com. My name is James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2019 on a 19 plate Renault Trafic. It's a 1.6 DCI 29 Business Plus long wheelbase standard roof Euro 6 5-door van. It's done just 44,000 miles and it's got full service history with 2 stamps in the book. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be very popular. Mainly because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here today with me in person. As I walk around the vehicle with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, scratches or dents. We'll look at the wheels and tyres, looking at the tread depths. We'll have a look under the arches. Then we'll have a look inside the back. Then we'll look inside the cab, looking at the seats and the functionality. I'll even tell you what it smells like inside. When we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet and have a look at the engine bay. And finally, we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis, and of course the spare wheel, if this one does carry one. It's also worth mentioning that when you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you'd like to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you're looking to finance it, we can go through an application with you, which takes about 5 minutes, and we can usually get you a decision within around an hour. It is a plus VAT vehicle, so you will need to usually give a deposit to cover the VAT. In some instances we can get around that, but that's going to depend on you and your personal circumstances. It's worth mentioning that when you've watched the video, if you think I've missed something, or if you'd like to see something specifically in a little bit more detail, please just ask. It's not a problem. There's nothing to hide. I'd rather make sure that you see it and you're happy with everything while you're sat at home, so that you know when you turn up it's exactly what you're looking for. Right, so we'll start with the bonnet and then we'll work our way around from there. I will say this arrived yesterday. It's got a little bit dusty. I didn't want to wash it because you don't quite see it the same afterwards, but just please bear that in mind. Right, so bonnet is in nice clean condition. Hopefully you can see from the image. I get rid of that dust. There is no nasty marks or dents. It's actually really very clean. Obviously it's not done a great deal of miles. It's not exactly an old vehicle at all. Now obviously it is a UK vehicle, it's going to have stone chips, and I don't know about you, but when I see a vehicle it's got no stone chips, I'm thinking, why have they been hidden? So there are stone chips. There's not thousands by any means, but there are some. I'll show you. As you can see here, there are a few, but nothing serious, just on the bonnet. That's probably the worst one there. Excuse me, pollen's really bad today, it's got me. Right, so driver's side headlight, you can see it's got the black back, nice clear headlight. There's no damage, no misting, no cracks, everything looks nice and clean. Front bumper, again there are a few stone chips, but nothing serious at all. Really nice clean condition, there's no damage. Grill's in nice clean condition too. And passenger side headlight is exactly the same, there's no damage, no misting, no cracks, everything looks nice and clean. And again, the front bumper, really very clean. Passenger side front wing is in nice clean condition, there's no damage. There is evidence where it's like a stone chip I suppose, but it's not, if you know what I mean. It's like it's bounced off it. It's not bad at all. Passenger side front wheel and tyre, it's a steel wheel with a wheel trim, correct Renault. Tread on the tyre, difficult to gauge. I would probably say about 6mm, give or take, and it looks nice and clean under the arch as well. The windscreen is nice and clean. I can't see any stone chips or cracks. That's a lie, there's one there, but it's tiny and it's not within the main view, so that wouldn't count towards an MOT. It doesn't look like it's going to go any further. In fact, it looks like it may have been filled. Pillars, nice and clean condition. Obviously you'll see there's a roof rack on it, and that's in nice clean condition as well. Auto deck, good quality, not cheap. Leading edge of the roof, this side there's no damage, no stone chips or anything like that. Passenger mirror back's nice and clean, there's no damage, and the mirrors are intact. Right, so before I go down the passenger side, I always like to look at this view. Reason being, if I'm looking to buy something myself, I'll always look like this. You can see there's no mismatch of colours, so it's not been painted. There's no misalignment of the gaps, so obviously no panels have been taken off. Suggests it's probably not been in a crash or anything like that. So down the passenger side, I always like to look at this view because obviously you can see from here there's any creases, there's any stone chips, any dints, and hopefully you can see from that it's in nice clean condition. So there is a bit of a little dint just there, if you can see that. It's not bad, but it's there. It's not obvious at all, actually, to be fair. Very nice and clean condition, nice looking van. Panels actually look really good, to be fair. There's a quick look at the side door while we're here. So decent size opening. In the back, it's got a metal bulkhead. It's in good condition. There's a few little marks, but nothing serious. Ply-line van on the sides and on the floor. Floor's in good condition. There's a couple of marks, but just part and parcel of use. Lights are in good working condition, and the roof's in nice clean condition as well. Easy to open close with one hand. Nice and light. So if you're delivering packages or whatever, you can have one hand free and open that, no problem at all. Passenger side rear wheel and tyre, again steel wheel in good condition. It's got Renault hubcap, again nice clean condition. Rear wheel and tyre, I'd guess there's probably 7mm tread on the tyre. Nice and clean under the arch. Rear quarter, as you can see, is in nice clean condition. There's no damage. The light, there's no stone chips, no cracks, no misting. Everything looks nice and clean. Just a bit of dust. Rear bumper, there are parking sensors, as you can see. A couple of little tiny marks, but nothing serious. Everything's nice and straight on that. Rear doors are in nice clean condition. I can't see any marks or dents. Let's have a couple of good passes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Everything looks nice and clean. There is a small dint just there. It's nothing bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it is there. Rear doors open, as you can see, and then lock into place. Decent size opening, nice and easy to do, again one-handed. In the back, everything's nice and clean. Hello, 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 hello. Again, a couple of little tiny marks, but nothing serious. Let's have a look on the back. So it's got a roller on the rear end. So if you're loading anything on, that'll load on nice and easily. And as you can see, the roof rack's in nice clean condition, as is the roof. Everything's really very nice and clean. There's no damage. Obviously, the roof rack's been on there, so it's protected the roof anyway. But you can see it's really nice and very clean. Obviously, we've had a look in the back. There's a little bit of damage on that I hadn't seen from that side, but it's nothing. Easy to replace, obviously, if you're really bothered. I'll just leave it, to be honest with you. But yeah, nice and clean. As you can see, the bumper, there's a couple of little scours and stuff, but nothing serious. That's the second view, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah. That's it. It shuts nice and tight. That's all good. Onto the driver's side. Tail lights, again, nice clean condition. There's no damage, no cracks, no misting. Everything's nice and clean. And the rear quarter, as you can see, again, there's no damage. Everything looks all spot on. Right, so before we get on the driver's side, we'll do the same as we did on the passenger side. And again, you can see there's no mismatch of paint, there's no misalignment of gaps. Everything looks spot on. So going down the panels, hopefully you can see from that it's really very nice and clean. I can't see any marks or dints. Everything looks spot on. Driver's side rear wheel and tyre, again steel wheel, with the hubcap, and again hubcap looks nice and new, to be fair. Rear wheel and tyre, I think it's new tyre, to be fair, it's not far off if that, probably 9 or 10 mil. And under the arch is nice and clean and tidy. So let's have a couple of passes down this panel just to make sure we're not missing anything. No, it's in really very good condition, no problems there at all. All the plastic trims are in nice clean condition as well. On the door there's a little bit of a mark just on the leading edge, just the normal stuff that you'd see, but nothing bad. Doors in nice clean condition, and again there's no nasty marks or dents, everything's really very nice and clean. Driver's side mirror being mega critical, there's a tiny little mark on there but nothing serious. Mirrors in nice clean condition as well. Over the pillars on the driver's side, and again there's no nasty marks or dents. I guess that roof rack's obviously protected it from anything. Leading edge, and again nice and clean, no damage, everything looks spot on with that. Driver's side front wing is in nice clean condition. Again there's a couple of stone chips but nothing to shout about. As you can see, just what you'd expect to see really. And then finally, driver's side front wheel and tyre. Wheels in good condition. Again, hubcap looks new basically. And the wheel trim, I'd say 5 or 6 mil, same as opposite side, so nice and clean. And it all looks good underneath in the arches as well. Right, so let's have a look inside. Just put that in there. Driver's side door card is in nice clean condition. There's no signs of any damage, no marks, everything looks really nice and clean. You've got your electric windows on your armrest and also your electric folding mirrors as well. No, actually no, the electric mirrors not folding, sorry. So yeah, just electric mirrors. But obviously there you can see all nice clean condition. Onto the driver's seats nice and clean, no surprises at 40,000 odd miles. Bolsters are really nice and firm. Material's really nice and clean, it looks really well presentable. It's got the armrest to ratchet as well, so that's good. And they're all nice and clean as well. Inside on the floor, so there's no mats on this one, but you can see that there's no unusual wear on the floor. Everything looks really very nice and clean. Obviously if you want mats you can obviously just get them online, they just clip into place if you're really bothered. But yeah, side step, everything's nice and clean, no unusual wear anywhere, everything looks good. So onto the interior. Passenger seats are in nice clean condition. Being straight, I don't think they've been sat in. The bolsters feel like new. The materials, as you can see, is really very nice and clean. It's got the stitching on it, looks good, very smart. Seats come up at the front, so if you're delivering parcels, for instance, you've got extra storage there if you don't want to use the seats. And they're all in nice clean condition. Dashboard is very nice and clean, there's no unusual marks or damage, everything looks really very nice and clean in it. It's got the cup holder, all important eco button for nowadays, obviously keeping you in touch with your fuel economy, etc. It's got the cup, money holder, stability control, parking sensors are there. God knows why it's got a heated rear windscreen, but hey ho, it's got the button. Right, so let's start it up. There is only one key with this one as it stands. Obviously this has just recently arrived, another one may arrive, pass if it's a fact, but bear in mind it's just got one key. Right, so switch that off. On the dashboard, as you can see, we've got eco button on, handbrakes on. That little puffer light there is because the AdBlue was low. Excuse me. The AdBlue was low when I got in it. We have topped it up. It just needs to be taken for a run now that I'm not that off. And then obviously it's just saying that the water's cool, which is good. But other than that, no other warning lights on the dashboard at all. Steering wheel is nice and clean. There's no unusual wear, no nasty marks or damage. Everything looks really nice and clean. Stereo on this one, it's got Bluetooth, so you've got Bluetooth hands-free, it's got DAB, and all the other bits and bobs are on the description, so if you look on there, all the details will be on there. It has got a USB, and it's also got a USB up above so that you can use your phone holder with this, and obviously charge your phone as well, but use it legally. Roof lining is nice and clean, it's free from any damage. It smells nice inside as well, it doesn't smell of anything really, it doesn't smell dirty, it doesn't smell like it's been smoked in, just there's no smell. Bulkhead, as you can see, is nice and clean, free from any damage. It has got aircon. Let's try it. It is cold, it's not instantly freezing, but it is getting colder, I can feel that. That's working, that's fine, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's got the central locking button. You can hear that's working. Obviously the electric windows. And they all work fine as well. Mirrors. They work. Just try the gyros to say passenger side. And they're working fine as well. Aircon's nice and cold, to be fair, so that's all good. Bit of a bonus. Anything else in here I can think of? Not really. Like I said before, you know, if you think I've missed something, just ask, it's not a problem. We've got no issues to show you anything, we've got nothing to hide. Transparency is obviously the way forward on anything like this nowadays. Driver's seat will go up and down as well. Goes up quite a lot actually, to be fair. Goes down quite a bit as well. So yeah, decent amount of manoeuvrability. Passenger side. It's worth mentioning, we do specialise in commercial vehicles and pickup trucks. So if this one's not for you, have a look on our website. We've always got new ones arriving. There's one just there. It's just being valeted. And we've got a couple more up there as well. More arriving all the time. So if you check our website, it's justcomparecars.com. All the vehicles are on there, and they've all got walk around videos the same as this, obviously, unless they've just not arrived yet. Passenger door card, again, nice and clean. It's free from any damage. Everything's nice and clean. Electric window on the side. As you can see, the seats are in fantastic condition. Just zoom that back a little bit. There you go. Seats are in nice, clean condition. Everything looks good. What's this here? Oh, that's the fuses. Put that back. But yeah, everything's nice and clean. As I say, it smells nice inside. Well presentable. Drives well. All good. Oh yeah, pop the bonnet. That's just there, by the way. Let's have a look under there. Pretty sure these are on pneumatics. I think the last one we had did. Yeah, it is. So that's good. Like that. So as you can see, it steps on its own. Pneumatics are nice and tight. They're working perfectly. So under the bonnet, everything's nice and clean. We do get asked if we wash these, and we do not. And you can see there's evidence of that there and there. We just don't. This is just how it came. I think it's probably a fair way of doing it. As you can see, everything's nice and clean. There's no signs of any historic oil leaks. I think that's a turbo unit there. It seems to be, and I can't see any oily residue around it. Everything's nice and clean and dry. As you can see, hopefully, fluids are nice and clean in the header tank and to the correct level. I think that's, I presume that's a battery under there. Brake fluids are nice and clean. Everything looks all spot on. Again, there's no signs of like any historic oil leaks, and everything looks nice and clean in general. Let's have a quick look underneath. So, can't see underneath actually. That tray needs clipping back into place, but other than that, it's hanging down a little bit yet, isn't it? Yeah. So other than that, there's no signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything's nice and clean and dry underneath. Chassis is in good condition, as is the exhaust. Let's just go a little bit further back. And again, everything's nice and clean. I don't think there's a spare wheel with this one. Some do, some don't. They're not specified with them. Oh, there is, yeah. It's got a, I think that's a brand new tyre, and obviously it's a steel wheel. Okay, so hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here today with me in person, and I realised probably a little bit more. But I'd rather show you too much than not enough at the end of the day. But if you check our website and also check Facebook, there will be pictures of this van that you won't find anywhere else. Give us a like, we'd really appreciate it. But for the moment, thanks for watching and sticking with me, really appreciate it. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.